Welcome to Mrs. Vincent's video number 2 for Keystone Review. This video includes information about equations, inequalities, and word problems. So for question number 5, Joan has a gym gift card worth $100. Each time she visits the gym, $12 is deducted from the amount remaining on the gift card. Which equation can be used to determine the amount of money M in dollars remaining on the gift card after Joan visits the gym D times? The first thing that I would do after reading the problem is try to figure out what important information there is. So let's highlight some things. So Joan has a gift card that's worth $100. Okay, worth $100 means that's her total. Each time she visits the gym, $12 is deducted. Deducted means subtracted from the amount remaining on the gift card. So she has money M in dollars, so they give us a variable remaining on the gift card after she visits the gym D times. So these are all important things that we should focus on. So $12 is deducted from the amount remaining on the gift card. So that means that I take 100 and I'm going to do minus 12. So we're definitely going to have 100 as our total and minus 12. And it also says each time. So each time she visits the gym D times, so 12 times D gives us that, and that gives me the money that is remaining on the card. So this is the equation that I would get. So in A, we're subtracting 100 times D, and every month we don't get another $100 on the card. So A is not good. In B, we have 12D minus 100, so we're not subtracting that $100. That's what we start with, so that's a positive. In C, we have a positive 100D, but it's 100 times D, so the amount of times that she visits the gym, so that doesn't make sense. So D is the correct answer for this one. Again, just analyze what you've got, pull out important information, and then see what matches the words. Again, deducted means minus. Okay, hope that helped. Let's look at the next question. The equation below describes the relationship between the number of months X since a customer began renting a storage unit and the total amount of money Y in dollars the customer has paid to the storage facility. So Y equals 15X plus 30. Remember, X is the number of months, and Y is the total amount of money. Okay, money total. So which statement describes a solution of the equation based on the number of months the customer has rented the storage unit? After exactly 16 months, the customer has paid $240. So think logically for this one first. So is the number of months going to be smaller or larger than the total money that they pay? I think usually the number of months is going to be smaller than the total amount of money. So the first thing that we can figure out, and we can maybe eliminate some things, so money is going to be bigger than the number of months. In letter A, the months is smaller than the money, so that one works. In number 2, in letter B, the number of months is bigger than the money paid, so that doesn't make any sense. C, we have months smaller than money, so that's good. And D, again, months is bigger than money, so let's eliminate that one. See how easy it is to just get down to a 50-50 chance? Pretty easy. After this, we just want to maybe substitute some things in. So in both of these questions, we have 16 months. So if I take 16, remember months is X. If I take 15 times 16, so this is the same as 10 times 16, which is 160, and 5 times 16, which is 80, and I add those together, so I get 240. And then I have to add on that 30 plus 30, which gives me 270. So you can see in A, they forgot to add on that extra $30, and in C, they didn't. So C is the correct answer. So if you look at things logically, you might be able to eliminate some of the answers before you even try guessing. Okay? Next one. Let's look at number 9. Oh, 9's a nice inequality. So we have an inequality, 5x minus 6 is less than 4 plus 6x, and which is a graph of the solution set. So important here is that they want the solution set. That means that we want to solve this equation. So when they ask for solution set, we want to solve the inequality. So on the side, I'm just going to solve it. So we have 5x minus 6 is less than 4 plus 6x. Okay, so remember our inequality sign is our fence. So we need to put variables on one side and numbers on the other side. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. I like to gather the variables first. So I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. I also like my variables on the right-hand side if I can get them there. Or on the left-hand side, I'm sorry. This is my left, this is my right. So 5x minus 6x is negative 1x. And I bring everything else down. Then I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So I get negative 1x is less than 10. But then I still have a negative 1 in front of the x, so I'm going to divide by negative 1. So I get x and negative 10. But remember, when I divide by this negative, my inequality sign changes. It's the property of the negative stuff. So make sure that you switch if you have a negative coefficient. So my solution is x is greater than negative 10. So negative 10, that's a solution only in A or B, so C and D are gone. And because x is greater than negative 10, that means that I want the stuff that's shaded to the right, to the bigger side of negative 10, and that is B. Remember, numbers that are more positive are the bigger numbers when you get negative. Okay, it's just like solving an equation, except you have to take care of that inequality sign. Hope that explained that one. And the last one, I think this is the last one, yep. So Paul inherited a stamp collection. Since receiving a collection, Paul has gone to the store and bought the same number of new stamps each week to add to his collection. The equation shown below can be used to determine the number of stamps Y in Paul's stamp collection, X weeks after he inherits the stamps. So Y, make sure that you look at some of this information. So they give us what the variables mean, okay, and new stamps each week, same number. So that's important information. And then we can kind of analyze our equation. So Y is total stamps. X stands for weeks that he collects the stamps. So based on which equation, which statement is true. So did the collection have 3 stamps in it when Paul inherited it? I don't think so, because we multiply 3 times x. So 3 times the number of weeks. And since he has the same number of new stamps each week, each, remember, is that one of those multiplier words. So A does not make sense. So far, Paul has purchased 40 additional stamps for the collection. And again, that doesn't make sense because it says plus 40. So plus 40 is like your starter thing. So that's what he started with. So B doesn't make sense either. Since inheriting the collection, Paul has bought 3 new stamps each week. Now that kind of makes sense because 3 new stamps each week, and each, remember, each is that multiplier word, so that tells me 3x. So that's definitely a possibility. 6 weeks after he inherited the collection, Paul's stamp collection contains 18 stamps. Well, 6 weeks means that x equals 6. So if I substitute that into my equation, I get 3 times 6, which indeed is 18. But what about that 40 that he started with? So that's missing. So D does not make sense. C is the correct answer for that one. And that's it. I hope this was clear to you. Remember, you can watch this video as many times as you need to.